Hello there guys, my name is Jagan Pidorf and welcome back to another episode of the Space Engineers Interplanetary Survival Series. God, that's a mouthful. So what we're doing today is I went through and designed a rocket design, and I did try to take into account as many of you guys' suggestions, but unfortunately it ended up as this hodgepodge stumpy looking ship that I may do something different with when we come to it. But this is the general thing I'm going to be doing. So what I managed to do is I managed to set up the lights. So I'm going to have to actually rotate them and move them so we can actually what's the word, so we can actually words. So basically what you're going to be doing is just going through and starting to build up this structure, starting from the top to the bottom to the top, really, because that's the only way we can do it. Now this design is a little bit big, but oh well. It's a little bit big on the sides, which I may need to adjust the lights on, or just take the lights out completely. But yeah, this is the general thing I'm going to go for, I think. The one thing that does worry me is launch. I may have to put some legs on this thing so it can just sit down and not cause any damage to anything or the surrounding areas. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do first is actually try and get the grinder welder ship prepped and maybe get these lights removed so we can actually get the space to build. Alright, there we go. Just get rid of these. Now I know we put these in last episode, but the ship needed to be slightly bigger just because I wanted 4 thrusters on it. Space Engineers updated recently and I've found a few weird things. One of them being the fact that I constantly keep taking damage when I'm grinding, which isn't the best. And another is every now and then there's like a slight hum or like a repetitive noise that happens on the pause menu, and it doesn't seem to happen when I'm in recording, which I've found, but with everything else it seems to, when haven't got the recording software on and everything else, it seems to be fine, which is a little bit strange. Ow. Now as you see, I'm already on 69% health, which that was just purely from grinding, which is to me ridiculous. I don't see why that should be happening, but oh well. Another thing we've got to do with this ship is because all the ships is going to have all the this ship is going to have all the survival components already built into it. We shouldn't really need to transfer any oxygen or hydrogen over, so I'm just going to basically build it up, get the tanks built up, and then hopefully start producing it on board, and then we don't have to worry about any of that. So here we go. It's when I weld as well. It's such a annoying thing. There we go. I mean, this is so annoying. I don't understand why it's doing this, but I'm just going to have to crack on, I think. If I die, I die. Alright. Such an annoying bug. Alright, so the general gist is we're going to get this platform built out, try and get the thrusters built up onto it, and then just start working our way up from the middle outwards, I think, because we want the base to be fixed and sorted and ready. I didn't take any damage then, weirdly enough. But yeah, so they basically changed the game and they've optimized it a bit better for DX11 as well as just generally with planets, and it seems to have made some sort of impact. I'm getting better frames now. Of course I'm not getting the best frames at the moment with this giant projection in world, but it does seem a lot better to play on. It seems a bit faster on the loading screen, and one of the main problems with the loading screen was that it was had a bit of a problem where on the loading screen it would how would you say, on the loading screen it would cause a bit of a hole in memory in your PC, so it'd just run up and run up and run up and run up, and then you'd be in a lot of trouble really because your PC's overheating or going a bit mental and berserk. So they fixed that, which was one of the main problems for me anyway. But other than that, I mean, it seems to be okay, minus the odd sound glitch. And
your health is critical.
I know it's critical, but it's so annoying. Right, Okay, so let's head up here and just get some health and sort that crap out. I don't know what they've done to break that. I think it's because I'm in the hitbox of the actual... I'm in the hitbox of the actual, how'd you say, of the actual block. Because if you look at the small and large blocks, there's actually like a large, like an outer circle which is in green. Here we go. So if I just hover over this, you'll actually see it, that bit. So there's actually like a little bit extra on that. So maybe it's because I'm standing in that and it's thinking it's, you know, going to hurt me in some way, but I don't know. Either way, let's crack on. It's only when it finishes the block that I actually take damage. It's very weird. Oh man. Alright. So, I hope you guys are doing really well and I hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you for all the positivity on the channel. There has been a few little minor things which I won't go too much into, but yeah, thank you for all the nice comments that I do receive over Steam on the workshop page and stuff like that. It's really nice to see, and yeah, it's just nice to get a bit of feedback, and you know, just it's always good. So let's crack on with trying to get this one built. Is that just oh, there we go. Damn, these things take up a lot of steel plates, my god. Okay, that one's fine. Oh wow. Now, these things take up 250 metal grit. This is gonna be a very long build. Hopefully, I'll be able to do again quite a bit off camera to just speed things up a little bit. But if I can't, then you know, it'll have to be on camera, unfortunately, because we do need to get these jobs done. They're very important jobs because, of course, we want to go to space as soon as possible, and it'd be nice to just get out there and start exploring. The one thing I do need to look at with converting on the ship is to maybe have some sort of hangar bay, because currently it has no capacity to hold a small like rover or another ship, and that does bother me. So what we will have to look at doing is just trying to generate some sort of small lander or recon ship that can be, you know, something that we can fly onto a planet, be it droned or be it just a normal ship that you know, man. And we'll have to see if we can do something where we can land on a planet first, see what's there, and then if it's worthwhile, we'll go down and have a gander. So that'll be quite interesting. Again, I haven't really done a lot of this like before. I've never had to build a rocket from scratch like I am here. Of course, this blueprint was built up in a creative world, but I've never actually had to get the resources together to build a fully fledged large ship like this one. So it will be a learning curve for myself. But oh well, I like challenges. This will be fun. So yeah, it's actually, Jesus Christ, this thing is gonna be huge in comparison to the base. This is gonna be the biggest thing I've ever built. I think what I really need to do is convert one of the grinders, well, back this welder back into a grinder, go over to the big ship over there, and just I don't know, try and stockpile some materials and start trying to build some of these sections up. I think that'll probably be worthwhile. So all we need to do is grind off this one, and then if we go into here and we find the grinder, there we go. And this ship is actually coming real handy when I've been doing a lot of the things that I've been struggling to do, like just performing general building things, you know, and just actually trying to do things like it does help. It makes everything 10 times faster, this craft, and I'm really happy with it. I mean, for what it's taken in resources to build, I think it's definitely been worthwhile. So I think let's get to it. There we go. Let's turn the lights off on the front, we don't need them. It is a very noisy craft, my god. Now, all we're going to want to do is start taking off the top bit and work our way down. There we go. So the ship is definitely a lot heavier. I can feel it in the way it's moving. It's a lot more sluggish. It slows down a lot slower as well. But yeah, let's bring her down and let's convert her to a welding ship. Oh, and I've crashed. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. And there goes a landing gear. I think I just took off the... Did I brake? No, I didn't. Okay, that's good. So I didn't fully brake it. I just need to really work on my parking. My god. Caused some right chaos. Alright. Let's fix it. I need some parts before I do anything. Right. So where are these? In the center block. There we go. Weld it. One steel tube, that's all I need. Oh. There you go. And it's fixed. Sorted. This took no damage whatsoever because these things are super strong apparently. So what we need to really do is drop the ship down, turn it off, convert these two to welders, and then start welding. We got a light on this thing, so it shouldn't really be a bother. There we go. So unless there are going to be materials in this, no there aren't. Okay, they've all moved to the back block. I'll do that. I should have enough, he says. Nope. So we need 4 small steel tubes. We have 2 there. And then we've got another 2. Okay. If we head back over here. He should fix it quite nicely. There we go. Turn it back on. And then let's see if we can weld up any more of this. I've thrown a bit more material at them. Oh, almost like crashing into stuff. Yeah. There you go. So we are putting a bit of material on stuff. Can't put anything on them at the moment because I think we've not got the material. Oh no, we have. There we go. Just had to get in there. There we go. Is that one not building? Oh. Why are the welders so awkward? They don't seem to want to build what you need it to build. Okay, let's wiggle round to the next one. Bring it down. Let's try. There we go. God, so awkward. It doesn't seem to pick up some of the like, I don't know, some of the grids for some of the blocks, weirdly enough. It just seems to miss them every now and then. Strange. How much? So build this up, come to this block. It's just very awkward about it. It's very, very awkward. I think it'd actually be better doing it manually, you know. Because this seems to be an awkward way of doing things according to space engineers. It's meant to be the easier way, but the easier way on space engineers tends to be the harder way, annoyingly enough. Let's see if we can build these up. There we go. Whoa, but this is making a little bit faster, almost crashing into trees. Damn, these things take a lot of resources. I think we can actually utilise our lights as well. So I did manage to alter their angle. I think I was watching a film at the time. I think I was watching was it the Ridiculous Six? And it's a good film, but I was watching it while doing that, so I may have done something wrong, so I was too busy laughing at the film. But oh well. Let's try and park this over here, because it does feel really awkward using it. I think I'd rather just have like a connection point over there. So if I can connect to this, do that. Oh no, G. Okay, and you want to go inventory. For some reason I've lost all my other buttons, my filter buttons. I need to just alter that. Right, so by the looks of things, this is moving the inventory. Oh no, it isn't actually. Oh, weird. I dropped just a lot of stuff in here. It's going to move stuff around the inventories now. Some of you guys were saying that these tend to move them automatically, but I haven't seen that as yet. So whether it does or not is a different thing. Either way, I'm going to move them and put them in and then disconnect the ship. I just don't want the ship having all of the resources in, so if it does crash or blow up for whatever reason, we don't lose everything, because that's, again, a big worry at this moment in time. Big worry. However though, where are the enemies at? That's another question that we need to ask. Let's disconnect, fly forwards, drop it down slowly so I don't end up breaking it. And YT. There we go. So this is it. Yeah, it's going pretty well, I think. What we need to do is we need to go in here and then go to our rotors, which are 1.4 and 1, and we're going to reverse the direction of them as well as turn the lights on. So those basically have been set to rotate a little bit further up so we can actually see what's going on. They may need to be readjusted again, just to allow them to, so at 23 degrees at the moment, so that's on the upper limit, and that one's on the upper limit as well. So if we set those both to reverse, and then what we want to do is we want to go like, I'd say like 45-ish would probably do us. It's a right angle in it to have 46. There we go, both on 46. And reverse these. And now the reason why I wanted them on to point that far down originally was because of starting the ship off. Do you guys think that's alright? Alright angle? I think that's alright. I think I need to probably increase the radius so they actually spread to most of the ship. Just worried about adding lag. Spotlights, radius, we can do it to like the full 10. And those all sort of, you know, maybe like 35 degrees. Maybe. Reverse. I'm gonna go 35 degrees. And there we go, and reverse them again. So they should stop a lot sooner than before. There we go. Now if I turn my light off, that's basically what you're going to see. So it just illuminates what we need to do. Some sides you won't be able to see properly, like around here, but you know, that's the general gist. We had to get rid of 2 lights because of the size and dimension of the ship. So yeah, really that's about it for what I've managed to get done. I'll walk you through the ship, and then I think I'm going to call it there for this episode, really, because there's not a lot more to show you. It's just a lot of doing at the moment. So what we've got here is we actually have we're having assemblers there and there. So we actually have 2 assemblers, and we have some efficiency modules. So the power is actually running quite evenly, and we've got efficiency modules there as well. And then when we come around here, we have a refinery. We actually have 2, and they have 4 efficiency modules on, so that's 8 in total with the 2. And then we just have a lot of hydrogen thrusters. I say a lot of hydrogen thrusters, I mean like, you know, a few in each direction, and then 4 for forward thrust and 2 to brake. Going up the top, we do actually have some oxygen collectors, which are kind of weirdly stuck out to the side, but I couldn't do anything about those. They are what they are, really. With the shape of the ship and with where everything's placed, I couldn't really find a better place for them at this moment in time, and it just seemed to be okay to stick it there. The power actually comes from the centre. We do have a few batteries in here as well, and the gyroscope's tucked away neatly in here. And what else do we have in here? If I turn my light off here, it's still the same. If we actually fly up a little bit, you'll come through the floor, and then what we actually have is a floor here, which is going to be a completely oxygenated area with a med bay, and then this door basically leads out to it's like it's a bit of an airlock, but it's not a proper airlock. It doesn't actually have an air vent in here. It's just, it'll release a bit of air, it's just to lock off the one door on the outside, so I can open this one. The air then floods into there, and I shouldn't lose too much oxygen each time I go through this. And then I have a bit of a walkway coming off the end, and that walkway is just for ease of access, really. I mean, I'd love to have had one where I could have accessed it from the bottom, but I'll probably build a bit of scaffolding and a bit of a staircase leading up to the top of it, so we can actually jump into it like a true astronaut. Then coming up to the top, we have the cockpit area, which is just a very big glass dome, and then we have this cockpit which is facing the way that we will be flying it. So if you'd imagine, we would actually want to fly the ship. We'd actually want to fly the ship like so. So we'd be flying it like this, because that would be our forward and backward, left and right, and that would make sense with the way the ship is and the size and the orientation of the ship. So that's about it, really. And before I die of a coughing fit, my god. So yeah, there are a few more solar panels strapped onto the sides there, just to give it a bit more energy, so I don't end up using all the reactor fuel up. And hopefully I'll be able to basically program it to have some sort of form of turning the reactor off and just maintaining it using battery power or something. But until we get it built and start testing it before we fly, that's just a question for when it's properly built up. So yeah, that's about it, really, guys. This is what I've been doing. This is what I'm going to be cracking on with for the next couple of days. For the next week until the next episode, and hopefully in the next episode you'll see a lot more of this built up and changed, altered maybe, when we come up with some issues and stuff. So yeah, so if you guys have enjoyed this episode, then please leave a like, favourite, and of course subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions for build designs and ideas and things to add on to this that I may have forgotten about, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for all your support, and I will see you guys later. Peace!